Okay, this is amazing. We have the woman of light, which is feminine energy, and we have, they just poured me to the 4 and the 9, 13. Yeah, coming to a 13 number, which is the death card in tarot. It's transformation. We also have the communal dance. This feels, look at that. Look at that card. It just showed it to me. The feminine, the masculine. And you have all these other supporting players around. This is that unity consciousness. This is all of us as divine counterparts, as sacred partners, coming together to uplift the planet. So that's a separate message, but they're pointing me specifically to these two holding hands. Now, it's like a circle here, but they're pointing me specifically to these two. This is you and your divine counterpart. This is the masculine and the feminine energy joining as one. That's what it feels like. And what I'm getting is the woman of light is that feminine energy who is helping to lift the masculine energy, to pull the masculine energy up. And that message has been coming in quite a lot for me lately. With the death card energy, it's transformation. The divine feminine energy on this planet. Okay, I guess we're going there. We're going higher ascension today. I wanted to do like a 3D check-in, and we might still get there with the masculine and feminine energies, but there's much more that's coming in, and I just have to go where spirit leads me. Feminine energy is rising on this planet. And the more we move into inner union, the more we feel that unity consciousness. That's this energy here. So this is union with ourselves. And as you're in union with yourself, you are naturally in union with your counterpart. That's kind of new information for me. That's kind of new information that's coming in. It's almost like they're saying, do you see now how separation was merely an illusion? It was merely to show you, that separation was merely to show you that you are never separate. Because of all the connection that you felt, all the depth that you felt, the telepathy that you felt, the energy that you felt, you are never separate, and you never have been separate. That was just the illusion of this duality consciousness, of this duality construct, this old matrix. But what we've been doing is clearing away that old matrix, and they did that in the light language transmission as well, anchoring in the higher dimension by clearing out the old matrix and bringing in that rainbow matrix, bringing in that template of new earth. That's what this is. And so what's happening here is you're remembering that you're always one. Separation is an illusion. You might be physically apart, you might be in non-communication, but that is not separation. There is no separation. You are always in union. And union is not something that's far off in the distance. Union is here and now because you have always been in union with your counterpart. You just forgot. And what you're doing on this journey is you are clearing that forgetting. You are remembering how you are always united with God, Source, the universe, and with your counterpart. There is never an instance where you are not one. It's just the feeling, the forgetting, that this lower vibrational construct, this lower consciousness, helped us to forget. But as we rise in consciousness, as we ascend and transcend duality matrix, as we shift dimensions, which is a shift in consciousness, a rising in consciousness, as we shift dimensions, we recognize that we have always been in union. Union is not something that happens when you reunite physically with your counterpart. It's not something that happens when you're in a committed relationship. It's not something that happens when your person acknowledges the relationship or says they want commitment or says that they want to be engaged or marry you. It's not something that happens when you're living together. Union always has been here. It has always been here. You have always been in union. It's just that you have forgotten this. And so when we talk about coming into union, what they're saying is remembering the divinity, remembering the wholeness of who you are and who you have always been. Okay, that's what this is. You and your partner are always one. And as you're always one with others. That's that unity consciousness. The more you remember union with yourself and with your counterpart, and with God, all being one and the same. That's that wholeness energy, all being one and the same. The more you really anchor into that feeling, the more you really feel that, know that, have faith in that, understand that, bring that to your awareness. The more you shift in your awareness of that, the more you recognize the oneness with all. And the divine feminine energy is rising on this planet to bring about this template. That's the transition that's happening now. That's the transformation that's happening now. It is transforming the masculine energy from the old grid, from the old distorted template, even the masculine energy within the divine feminine embodiment, clearing out that distortion to balance out the energies, to help the divine masculine to rise into their divine essence, into that wholeness, the remembrance of their own wholeness, which is the remembrance of you. You are whole. You are in union. It's a very strong message here. I don't even know what to say. Like, what's the supporting energy for this union? It's you are in union. You are in union, and this feminine energy really is guiding the way. But remember that you're always doing this with your counterpart. There is no separation there. You are both orchestrating your journeys together. The feminine energy in both of you is leading you to each other, is leading you home to each other, is leading you to this remembrance of this union within yourselves. And as you unite within yourselves, you're uniting with God. You're uniting with your counterpart. And you're just going to see that in the physical more and more. The more you anchor that into yourself, you're going to see that display itself in the physical. And that's why I do want to share my experience, because it's happening. I've shared this with a few of my soul sisters. It's happening. Everything that we have channeled is real. And I want to cry. Like, oh my gosh, it is real. It is real. The more you do that inner work, the more you know yourself, understand yourself, and not just understand yourself from a 3D perspective, from an identity perspective, but the more you know the soul of yourself and feel into that energy and know that you are always connected to your counterpart, that you're always connected to God, not just intellectual knowing, but feeling that in your heart, anchoring that in fully, feeling that wholeness within, the more that is displayed in your physical world. And the more your physical world completely shifts and changes. And it's just this utter feeling of joy. And it's not this high. It's not this euphoric bliss, this false sense of bliss. This is a sense of peace. This is just a sense of love. It is a sense of wholeness, an unwavering faith, an unwavering knowing of how divinely connected you are to everything. This is happening. It is happening right here, right now for all of us. This is what this ascension journey is all about. It is happening for all of us. So, don't stop now. Don't stop now. It is happening.